Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now, woo.
We're coming. Get our check.
Cheryl, Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
Well, I think it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed your name. It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What? About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips. Let me do your heart. Come on, let us do your hair. Come on now. Let us do you guys' hair. Y'all know who it is, right? It's me, your home girl, Ladosha Wright, aka That's right. And then right over there, right? Y'all know who it is. There she is. The one and only Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle.
Yeah.
What's up? What's up, Hair Oracle?
What's happening?
What's happening, blacks? What's up, y'all? The chat coming through. Y'all was ready. They ready for today. Come on.
Yeah, they ready, right?
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? We like 143. You know, I think what's his name? Music Soul Child. So I sing my soul to you 143. Y'all like, nah, leave that to Music Soul Child. Y'all remember that song? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, 143 episodes in. That's right. It's going down tonight. We are questioning, should we save Tabitha Brown's brand and boycott Target and Walmart? Now, this was not our scheduled topic.
No.
But I don't know. My timeline was blowing up on TikTok, on Instagram, my YouTube reels. Facebook was going hard on it. And there's a split, right, Cheryl?
There is a split.
There is a split. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it and see how many of you guys are for or against this boycott. What's up, Mr. Scott Holcomb? I'm so glad you joined, because I was calling her Mrs. Hot Coat. Hot Cone. I know you like that fool crazy as all get out. I'm so glad you forgive me. What's up, then, Lynn lady? Hey, my middle name is Lynn, so you all right with me. Virgo is me. I love your little avatar over on Instagram. What's up, IG? Holla at your girls over on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is always, so you know. What's up, LinkedIn? YouTube is off the Richter scale as usual. Our Facebook fam, what up, Facebook? How y'all doing out there? Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. If you are new to this platform, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh snap! Ronchina just dropped in the chat.
Ronchina.
That she is right there, Ronchina. What up, BFF? I'm trying to get to the ATL. Also, what's up, Selena? It's time for you to get something, because you've been in. Selena, like, y'all better give me something from RDT. Don't worry, Selena. I'm going to look out for you today. We tell everybody in RDT, if y'all come through the chat, we have some surprises for you guys, all right? My boss, I saw my boss came through. Y'all know what to do, right? Drop the L's. That's right. Lavina is in the chat. She's like, don't y'all be messy tonight. Lavina says sometimes, she's like, Ladosha, you better stop using that profanity. She be like, Ladosha, you look just a little too urban. I'm gonna try not to cuss that much, boss. Not that much. Sure, the whole nother, you know. But sometimes, boss, we just get so so into it. But boss, boss, I'm gonna try to use just. She be like, oh, look, this shit. My boss don't like me cussing. Fatu don't like me cussing either. Fatu be like, hey, chop chop. You know, when the Africans put the chop chop, you don't you let Fatu put that. Hey, Rashida tell you when Fatu put that look. This is how y'all know we are Africans, because our parents do. Like, don't you make me get up out that seat. So Fatu doesn't like me using profanity. Lavina doesn't like me using, but sometimes y'all,
It makes the point. It's the emphasis.
it's just they like. How many of y'all be using profanity in the chat? Don't be scared. Don't let Lavina scare y'all so much. Look at Lavina. She's talking about. Thanks, Cheryl. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. How many people in the chat use profanity? All right, let's have a profanity check. All right, come on over. What's up, Shanty Girl, over on Instagram? It's okay. I mean, we're not supposed to. But if you use a little profanity, Lavina's she's gonna put that. Remember, they would have that change, and like you put your money every time you use a curse word, you had to put some money. I used to do that at the hair salon, okay, but nobody cusses like that anymore. So, but anywho, I hear you, boss. But again, we have a wonderful, wonderful topic that we're going to be discussing tonight. So, welcome to the dumbest, and we do mean the dumbest shit. Sorry, boss. That people say about black hair, and you just can't get no more dumber than what we're about to talk about tonight. I mean, this has so many dips and turns. This is going to be a very healthy discussion for all of us. As you know, Cheryl Morrow is going to bring it like no other. And then y'all know Kilolo, I'm gonna be instigating. Y'all remember that song? I'm gonna be. I miss Black Eyed Peas. I wish Fergie and them would get back together.
Who?
Fergie, you remember Fergie and Will? What's his name? Will I Am and them.
Oh,
ooh, that was a cult. The Black Eyed Peas was the group.
what?
Y'all, come on. Am I the only one who liked Black Eyed Peas? Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. Shut up. You know what? Y'all go listen to the Black Eyed Peas. That's a really good group, okay? But then if you wanted to have kids, here's DEI. They said, you're out. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm exaggerating. Hey, Will I Am. I don't want to mess with Will I Am.
Will I Am.
All right. Okay.
Whatever.
Cheryl said, whatever. Couple shout outs before we hop into it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
The Black Eyed Peas or the few Fugees?
Well, the Fugees. Now, don't you do that. Now, ain't nobody better than Lauryn Hill. Not even Capitol Hill.
Not Fergie.
Not even Hamburger Hill. Ain't nobody better than Lauryn Hill. I mean, no heel on your shoe. Any heel you could think of, you could be a heel. Lauryn Hill is the only heel that I like. What's up, Michelle Allen? I see you in the chat. All right, LB was like, I'm gonna be off work tomorrow. I'm gonna be. All right, LB. What's up, Sandra? Our virtual co-host is in the chat. We see you live, work clean. What's up, our Canadian babe? Hey, I just want to let you know that I do not agree with this number. I'm still calling him 45, talking about we're gonna take over your country. I'm like your former prime minister. It'll be a cold day at HE double hockey sticks. What's wrong with this fool? Talking about he gonna take over Canada. Hey, live, work clean. I got your back. I just want to let you know we ain't messing with them. You know what I'm saying? Y'all give it up. Let me give a round of applause.
We're just embarrassed. That's all.
Yeah, he that drunken uncle. You know, he's just that you know that. You know, some people like marry into the family. Like, why you marry that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what's up with him. He just so stinky. But anywho, he ain't taking over no Canada. What's up, my boss? All right, Selena, I got you. Rashida, all right. What's up? SEO, would that be search engine optimization queen? If so, we need to talk with you. We need some optimization on this channel. All right, okay. Into the night, Bigfoot and Paranormal Talk Radio. Goodness gracious, that deserves a round of applause because I believe you might be new with us. We got a cousin. Y'all better put your hands together for our cousin. Into the night, Bigfoot and Paranormal Talk Radio. All right, what's happening? Ooh, I like that photo. Okay, y'all make sure now that's a YouTube channel you can follow.
Yes,
so make sure you get up. Now listen here, don't me.
Follow our cousins.
Yeah, we are not the only people. Rashida, like I'm at work at Delta. Do not be calling my best friend up asking for nobody passes because I'm getting all of them. They're like, Ladosha is ghetto. I resemble that remark. All right, we got Michelle out. Okay, so that's everybody. And then over here on Instagram, again, we got Jody Will. Hey, Jody Will. I
Hey.
am CFT. Jody Will, Sean Frederick, Room 112. Shanty Girl 109. What's up, Shanty? The Virgos in the house. And Mr. Scott Holcomb, who I've been calling Mrs. Hot Comb with glasses on. Thank you so much. And make sure y'all go follow Mr. Scott Holcomb and the Lynn lady, because my middle name is Lynn. These are our cousins over on Instagram. Let's make sure we support each other. And don't forget, Sundays, you got Yate. That's right, the barber talk.
That's right.
With Yate. I watched it post live, but she is there. Fall Q's, where you been, boo? Look at that. Real Rude. See how I shout you out? I didn't even know you was in the chat. All right, make sure y'all can watch it posted live. I did. They were talking about positive energy. Your guest on there was thebomb.com. I'm telling y'all, you know, especially now, you know, you out here trying to get your grind on. Maybe you're feeling a little, you know, like under the weather, like you just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Target, you know, stop DEI, your job. Then you need to go over 9:00 p.m. You can watch it. She does have it up. She does say, I don't know how she does. You have to teach us how you do that, okay? So Real Roots, there she is. She said she just got on. She says, greeting, ladies. And this is Ms. Yate Keaton. Don't forget her book, all right? She's got a wonderful book as well. So Yate got the good. She got all types of t-shirts. Y'all go on there to spend some money with that girl now. Y'all tell me go spend some more money with you. All right. Y'all go and spend some money with her. All right. And don't forget, support her. All right. So that was a good build. We got the chat is in. Don't forget, guys, share. You know, our goal is to get 3,000 followers, and we're like up to 2,007. So we need about 300 more. So if you guys want to go ahead on and how they say get some people in the building, you know, come on, act that right, Cheryl.
Get somebody in the building.
Come on, yeah. But in the meantime, we appreciate everybody.
We're gonna push you forward.
Yeah, we appreciate, again, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We appreciate all the support. And we're going to, now, typically we do our ingredients. Do you want to do the ingredients, or do you want to skip that and just go ahead on and hop into the top? Because we can get back. The ingredient of the week was sodium lauryl sulfate. So if you want, we can, yeah, everybody hates that, you know, everybody, I can't stand, make your hair hard, you know. But if y'all want, you know, we can skip that. Now, what you think, what you want to do, Cheryl? You want to go ahead and hop right into the topic, because this is going to get lower.
Let's hop in. I mean, because there's just so.
It's so, we got about 5 parts of this conversation. You know, y'all notice how I changed my language, you know, I just went there. Hey, Sandra, to this conversation, not comma. Because it got a bunch of commas in this. It's got to be from the hood, know about conversation, okay? So we're going to go ahead on. We're going to hop right into it. Now, I don't know, but I could tell by the number of people who are in this chat that you all have heard Tabitha Brown. Oh, wait. I promised the people this afternoon. Wait a minute, Cheryl, we messing up. They gonna be like, y'all fake out here in these YouTube streets. So we were invited by Kefele. Let me just find it right quick, Cheryl.
Yes.
Kefele invited Cheryl and I this afternoon. Oh, I hate when let me just type his name in. I can't be messing around with all this stuff. Okay. So Kefele invited, this is Mr. Tondo Kefele. You know, he's the king of lock. He invited us to the 2nd annual Texture Expert Summit. Yate, we will make sure that we will send you the link to Yate. Or if there are any professionals who are in the chat that want to be invited, it's textureexperts.com. Again, I'll put that up there. It's textureexperts.com. And this afternoon, they were calling all curl specialists, braiders, and locticians worldwide. And they did. They had them coming in from Denmark, Zambia. So they were calling in from all over the world, and they were talking about the the challenges in the natural hair industry. And so a community rather. So Cheryl and I, I put in the chat that we would give them a shout out. They need some support. Right quick, Cheryl, can you just share with them some support in your opinion you felt this organization was looking for? Again, textureexperts.com, and we were invited by Mr. Tondo Kafela. It was a nice
it was great to
chart.
Yeah, great to hear their concerns about needing to further their education and actually wanting it to happen on the legislation level or the entrepreneur level, which was nice to hear. But it was centered around their whole push. I think the thirst of, I don't know so much about Afro Hair Science, but they do want the confines of a very educational, theoretical, institutional kind of education to be able to be backed by their passion for cultural, African cultural styling.
Yeah, they were very vocal about some concerns of, the inconsistency, like in the practices, the lack of standards, and people who are just kind of pilfering and encroaching on what they are trying to build. And so there were cosmetologists, salon owners, a couple of barbers. What do you call those people who work on the set, Cheryl? Like people in Hollywood, So they had a diverse group of people on there. So they're ready to do something with that natural hair community, professional wise and education. And so there was a young woman who was charging that. So make sure you go check them out. Textureexperts.com. If natural hair is your thing, it would probably behoove you to not be a part of that initiative. I don't want to call it a movement. There's Tondo. There he is. What's up, Kafele? So glad you dropped in. So it was because of this gentleman here, the King of Lot, Kafele, that we were invited. So I'm just going to take his name down. But again, they are definitely looking for some support and grow their area of expertise and just level it up and put some standards in place and get some things defined. So we were honored to be a part of it, and they had there was a lot of like I said, different people in there, some notable names. I'm not one of them. Da Costa was in there for sure, and I think Afila and Basilica. I know I'm saying that wrong, but she was in there. So it was well attended. So again, if natural hair is your thing and you're serious now, this is not for the faint at heart. Ain't that right, Kafele? All right, so there you have it. So check them out. And again, Kafele, thank you for inviting Cheryl and I into that initiative. Okay, so let's hop right into it. All right, so today, if you wanted us to talk, we only had a minute. I talked too much, but we'll come back and I'll have a better. I just have to get a feel for it. What about you, Cheryl?
The textureexperts.com.
Yes.
I it was such a well of information of just about, and gives you a kind of like a prelude of just their next subsequent moves, what they want, what they desire, what they want to see happen.
Yeah, I think, and I did put in a chat, Kafele, that the public would be honored and glad to know, like a woosah, that you all are really attempting to level that up with this initiative. So again, don't forget, go check out textureexperts.com. Kafele is in the chat. Of course, you can follow him on Instagram if you have any questions. So inbox him if you want to know more about that. Okay. All right. So let's hop into the topic today. It is all about Miss Tabitha Brown's plea to not boycott Walmart and Target. So I think what I would like to do just so we can all be on the same page, the first thing I want to do is to make sure we all understand what is DEI. All right, because I think that way some people are like, I think it's this, I think it's that. So what I'm about to play for you is just a little card. It's actually made for children. Go figure. And so this is not to insult your intelligence. So it will either validate what you already know, or it will give you some insight. And it's about a minute long. So first we want to explain DEI. And again, we are 143 episodes in, and we are questioning, should we all help save Tabitha Brown's brand and the others? There are other African American brands and minority owned brands within those two retail outlets, and so should we help them? That's what we're talking about. But first, let us explain or hear this explanation of DEI. Take one: diversity, equity, and inclusion. What is it?
In diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity is the presence of differences that may include race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, nationality, socioeconomic status, language, disability and ability, age, religious commitment or political perspective, populations that have been and remain underrepresented among practitioners in the field and marginalized in the broader society. Equity is promoting justice, impartiality, and fairness within the procedures, processes, and distribution of resources by institutions or systems.
All right. So there you have it, a succinct and clear definition of DEI. So in a nutshell, it sounds like, now I don't not come with the definition. Everybody but white people. I'm sorry, boss. I'm trying to be good. Because supposedly I think they just don't want to admit that they corner the world's employment capabilities. Like, they are the biggest employers of people who live and come through the United States, are white people. So this DEI would be everybody except them. Am I wrong in my summation?
DEI, the concept is in the 60s. But it really actually is about government contracts, government inclusion. I know the social.
So again, I know, I can't even apologize because I'm a descendant of slave. Yes, I am. I am. Yes.
Most Americans.
So again, the government is white people. Now, this government is not by no,
or let's just say privileged class, systematic.
Okay.
DEI was supposed to somewhat do what Reconstruction was supposed to do.
And this is so hard, even us trying to get this out, because we don't want, like, I didn't come up with race. I just want to say this. So even when I say white people, I don't really like
you
that.
Did.
Who? I mean, I didn't come up with that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
You mean racism?
No, I mean classification of humans.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation. That's not.
I know. I'm just saying. So when I say white people, I'm not trying to be like funny or I'm just saying this is their stuff, right?
It's their world. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, y'all don't be scared. Now, come on now, y'all. It's just, hey, number 45 is not thinking about us. Okay. So y'all can go ahead on and speak. We just trying to hash it out. And how the young folks say?
Well, we're just trying to make sure that we're all on the same page for the right reason.
Just make it make sense, y'all. So Anywho, they like, I ain't saying nothing. It's okay, but y'all can't hit that like button. That's what she said. I see y'all. She said, come on, let's get some more folks in the building. Hold on. We gonna, because maybe we come a little bit too hard. They like, y'all coming out the gate like gangster style. Hey, we just live here, okay? So make sure y'all hit that like button. This topic is good. It's gonna be good. All right. Okay, so now we have that out the way, okay? So now we have DEI, and then yesterday, right? I was, sitting in the house, minding my business, didn't need no help, and I went on Facebook, and I saw my girl Imani Capri, and it was like everywhere. So we're gonna say this is how it got started. And again, should we save Tabitha Brown's brand and boycott Target and Walmart? So here's how it started. Here we go, Cheryl. How it started with Dennis Richelieu, founder of Shea Moisture.
There's an aisle called beauty, and there's a section called ethnic.
Do I feel like I'm beautiful?
It's ethnic, not beautiful.
This is just the way it is.
How can I break down those walls?
We are Shea Moisture, and now we can be found in the beauty aisle, where we all belong.
How it's ending.
Y'all all right? I know. It has been a tough week.
Okay. Now we about to get into the movie. Okay. Now now you guys know I have my book, right? And it is titled What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. And I will admit that even in my own writings now, if you guys have my book, God bless your little heart, okay? In my book, I think I got it. I hope I put it. On page 25, I'm at the beginning, right? And I'm already in 2016. Shea Moisture brand boldly used a campaign depicting a Black woman walking down an ethnic hair care aisle pondering, am I not beautiful? It went viral and so on and so forth. So here I am. I'm kind of feeling this get rid of this thing called ethnic aisle. And now I just was anti-ethnic aisle. So how many people, and Cheryl's going to give us some, what she thinks about that. How many people on all platforms are for getting rid of that ethnic aisle? And my position was simply that I just didn't like the whole beauty and the whole ethnic. I mean, just open up the aisles and let people go down the aisles and just shop. So that was my position. I was not a big fan of ethnic aisles. So Mary Luengo, I got an attitude. Everybody over here. Let's see. That was my.
Are you serious?
I put it. Listen, it's in my book on page 25. If you have my book or my ebook, you will see it there. And I thought that was, and believe it or not, I swear, I thought I was trying to change the narrative. It's funny, man. I'll tell you, boy, we got guys just say, nah, I got something for you. All right, so let's see what the chat is saying. How many people? Okay. That trans fab like good Lord, she fine. Oh, good man, y'all just ain't playing on here on these YouTube. Give me a new avatar, Cheryl. So she says, in her opinion, I feel like ethnic aisle was a scam. Okay, all right, we got Wanda. Come on, guys. This is a discourse. We all can agree to disagree. Fall Q says, I'm neutral. We need a better categorization within the hair care in general. Okay. All right. Weekend, what you say? What's up, Susan R? How you doing? Welcome to the Afro Hair Science YouTube channel. Boy, this building is filled. It's full, Cheryl.
Let's do it.
So I'm sorry. What she just said, the ethnic owl scammed me. It's an inner joke from a little kid named John who said Target scammed him out of a toy. Okay, that's big ups to John. So it's a scam. Yeah, so Cheryl, we were now. See, I'm not alone. Okay, and that was just my opinion, which are like cell phones. I'm with you, WK. Everybody has one. Okay, now we're just talking about the people in the chat that responded.
Yeah.
So if you are just watching, we're not going to, make you do something, but it would be nice if we could hear you guys, get in on the conversation, because this is how we learn and we open up. Okay. So here I'd have put my belief, my opinion in writing. So Sandra said that's a scam line. Okay. So far, Cheryl, this is a majority vote. Everybody is like, they was not feeling that ethnic aisle. And I didn't like it because, hair has classifications. And when people shop, they're trying to shop for the classification, not the color, because I just felt like the race was just messing everything up, because sometimes what you needed was in the beauty aisle, and then sometimes people was in the beauty aisle, what they needed was in the ethnic aisle. I'm like, just get rid of the damn aisle, just call it a beauty, I don't know, ethnic beauty, I don't know. Okay, Cheryl, so what you say?
Well, how do you feel now? You still feel scammed?
After meeting you, no, I
feel scammed now?
No.
So let me just say this. How much money do you think African-American brands made since the integration of putting a Shea Moisture or Alisa Price, Carol's daughter, a Miss Jessie's next to a Pantene? How much money do you think they made since that happened? Now, I want you guys to use your common sense, because everybody goes to the grocery store and know where a Mexican hot sauce is. It is not sitting next to no white folks' hot sauce.
It ain't next to Trappies.
Y'all know that certain Indian foods and Chinese food, that is in a specialized aisle called ethnic foods. You go there every goddamn day if you want something specialized, because at the end of the day, I don't need you to think like African Americans. I need you guys to think about African American. I need you to think like African American CEOs and business people. I do not want to introduce a brand new brand sitting there next to a legacy brand. I don't want to have a new toilet paper sitting there next to Charmin, because you have to understand there are preferred brands. There are brands that people have bought for eons. But because we are always looking at things emotionally and don't understand that you have to have a specialized marketplace advantage. And that's why they're trying to take your DEI, because they don't want you to have an advantage. And so if I'm a businesswoman, I do not want to compete. I want to dominate. So I have to have my product specialized and sit on certain real estate for purpose matters. But there is something peculiar that happened, that we were going into the marketplace socially and not economically. And that's what happens when we do not have history and we don't use it as strategy. We use, and let me just be honest, guys, Richelieu Dennis and the whole, because I knew them way before they came on the commercial market. They had no experience in their leadership. None. Now, was it during the 15% pledge after, during the era of Black Lives Matter, which was not an appropriate strategy to go into consumer markets. They were prepared. They had no idea. And it just really saddens me because we just made fundamental mistakes based on what?
I think we just kind of, now y'all just, let me know. What's up, Latifah? We were just talking about John. Hey, Miss True, I miss you.
What's happening?
Everybody over on Instagram. I'm just filling the Instagram. What's up, Limitless Fatima? How are you? I want y'all to just help me out because we got to get this out of our system. Number one, because I was not able. Now I'm gonna go ahead on and say intellectual laziness. Okay, I'm gonna fess up to me. Okay. Now I ain't gonna talk about y'all because it's not like I grew up in an era where Black people had their own. We were not trying to be included with them.
No, right. Black hair care started in the segregation era.
Right.
Yeah.
But somehow along the way, I got hit upside the head with a degree.
No, with a book. Yeah. Hitting the ass with a book.
I got hit in the ass with. My mother told me to make sure that I not do that. Hey, Mom in heaven, I'm learning. So I did. I got that degree. I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. And so when I got that degree, and you know how degree, and I just was trying to thought I was doing something. Like we needed to be included in that. And now that I was, an outreach worker and I could see what was happening when those families were going to the store, I just kind of felt like, let's get rid of it, not realizing that I was compromising all of our dollars and moving them away from us and putting it into their hands just so we could feel better, which was all kind of misappropriated from a psychosocial perspective. This is why you need to get more education. I'm just talking about me. I need to get more education. So I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about nobody else. So, and I think that may be some of the sentiments of why some people like myself wanted to get rid of that ethnic aisle, because we didn't think about the money. Because I did know. I mean,
what was the basis for it? So, in other words, no, I want you guys to peel it back, because that's not what happened. You guys fell for it, and we fall for it every 25, 30 years. We fall for it every 30 years. You think a white aisle is better than a black aisle, because those companies, those Tabithas, now I have to say, Jane Carter didn't do that. Even actually, Carol's daughter didn't start like that. They started in black salons because they had to. But see, you have to understand, we do not yet understand all of the codification, the codified language, all of the codified maneuvers, all the psyops that manipulate us and into our own exploitation. And they wrap it up. My father always used to tell me, every time white America appoints somebody, whatever that job is, and they appoint a black person, you about to lose that thing. Because it's codified. We can't. This is 21st century. We can't keep falling for it. Now, unfortunately, Tabitha Brown's, all of her subsequent brands may be a casualty. But once again, nonetheless, her plea to us was completely inappropriate, and she knew it. And
okay.
so
How many people feel the plea from Tabitha to not boycott was inappropriate? Like, girl, what you doing? Okay. How many people, I mean, just yes or no, did you think her plea was inappropriate? And so I'm just gonna drop my response in the chat, okay, because I like to participate. Come on, Instagram, Latifa, Miss True, Mary, I got an attitude, Latoya, 35 Pearls, Limitless, Fatima. Come on, guys, let's get some involvement here. How many people felt like, you know what? I got up and I saw her like, don't be foolish out here, and y'all got to save the Black brands. How many people felt like she was, girl, you out of order? I just off the rip, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. All right, there we go, Trends Fab. There we go. Now that's our new cousin. Let's give her a big round of applause. I mean, when I saw, I was like, you're reaching. And we're gonna see if we can get some looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good in here. Let's have some discourse. Yes, okay. All right, we're getting somewhere. Yes. They felt like, okay, yeah, okay. I just felt like, I mean, my overarching thought, it was like a relationship. Since we're all into our emotions. If he don't want me, then don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself. I'll pack up, or better yet, you can have it. Because I can't give it to him, her, them, they, whatever. I'm out. Chalk it up as deuces. I trust him.
it is, and it was so inappropriate. And let me tell you, and you're supposed to say how inappropriate.
Okay, let's try it again. Go ahead.
It was so goddamn inappropriate.
How goddamn inappropriate was it?
That she would ask us on the heels of a canceled DEI program, in which that follows the death of a Black man. But DEI started to even the playing field. Because as you guys remember, DEI or a DEI hire is a what? It's a diss. DEI is a diss. Then the double diss is to say, we're not going to get you a handout because you've already had too many. You don't need a even on the playing field. But I need you guys to remember white people's DEI. It was called Meritorious Manumission of 1710, and it's not been abolished. It has not been reversed. It has not been prohibited. I mean, it has not been abolished. The point is that meritorious manumission, and because, of course, white people want you to earn things based on your merit, meritorious manumission is that they put a reverse DEI on you earning your freedom. Let's go down the line. Save a white person's life. Invent something a white person can make money off of. Snitching on your own people. That has never been abolished. And my point is for a Black woman who especially looks like me to ask me to economically support my own demise is egregious.
But let me just take it back to why we all kind of fell for the breaking down the barriers. Because now remember, you kind of use that term, we have this orphan mentality, right?
But you make a very good point. Let me just say this before I forget.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you have to understand that she said we are being seen as if, and this is the natural hair care's. This is natural hair care's fault, because it was based on a movement as if we never had anything prior.
And that was my fault. I'm admit.
Well, you participated and you admitted it.
Yeah, guilty as.
Okay. So now we are going to make these hallmark historic first. And we're going to support Black businesses. And you don't realize that you were cream of wheat, Uncle Ben's, and Aunt Jemima all over again.
Aye.
You just redid it.
Oh my God. Did you say that, Cheryl?
When was the first year that a Black person was on a white shelf? Was it a Black product? So what's the difference between a Tabitha Brown and all of them? What's the difference between a Black person got a brand with low equity and white folks got all the equity? What's the difference between that and a Black person on the face of a box? What's the difference?
I got to show it to y'all. I'm gonna make it feel. We gonna make y'all feel how. Now I'm just saying I'm guilty. Listen here now. I done already said. I done already fessed up.
That was the first product. Now that's not the original. What it looked like.
Yeah,
but wheat was the first. Then they
1893. Here we is, y'all.
Okay. So and then you go with Fannie, and I think that was Mr. Green and all Frank Green. All of these people were actual people.
Really?
Right. These were actual people.
Dude, and do that.
Now, the most distinctive part of this story was that the actual Black person could not go into the store and buy the very product that they ass was on. So when you talk about just the audacity, and let me just say this, I just happen to like Tabitha. I think that she's an amazing woman.
I do. I love her juju. She's got the best juju on the damn planet.
Yeah, she does. And but here we go again. I have to turn. I gotta be non-emotional at this point because this is a teachable moment. And unfortunately, we gotta teach it on somebody we like. Because I don't give a shit about you personally at this point. My people are conditioned to get this mucked up every generation. And it's enough. It's just enough. This is like complete embarrassment. In an industry, because let me just say this. The only reason
but do you think we're not, I'm sorry. Do you think we're numb to this, guys? I mean, like, when we think of Aunt Jemima, cream of wheat farina. All those all that stuff, with Black people, Sugar Chris. Y'all know Sugar Bear was Black. Come on now, y'all. Y'all know he was Black. I think that this was one of those what's that word? It's a psychological word when you're like brainwashed.
Yeah.
I think we just kind of didn't pay. Now our parents knew.
Yeah.
But as kids, we just thought that was just so like, y'all tripping. But my mother never we used to have that joke. Aunt your mom on hey, cut that shit. Like we would have a joke with each other, that you were Aunt your mom on the blueberry box. You know what I'm saying? And my mother was like, hey, let me catch you saying that. So, but I don't think they did a good job at explaining because our parents just didn't really want to talk about it like that. But when you say that our face was always selling their stuff, we don't see Tabitha as Aunt Jemima. We don't see Tabitha as the man on the cream of wheat. Y'all understand what I'm saying? We saw her as a Black founder, the first.
But that could not be. That's just what you call. That is what you call volunteer amnesia. That's just volunteer amnesia.
I saw it like that. I'm just saying, come on now, y'all stop being quiet, stop being scared. We got to get this out of our system, or else it's going to be we're going to have another generation where we're just going to keep giving it away. So how many of us did not even realize, even as we matured, Miss Buttersworth, she just reminded me so much of Gone with the Wind. I wouldn't even eat that. I don't know. Get rid of Miss Buttersworth. I didn't like that. But I think that we felt when our parents would talk about the lady on Tom. Remember the lady Thomas? Tom and Jerry. We just thought our parents were just being old-fashioned. And we just didn't get the gist of what this symbolization and this parroting, or whatever you want to call it, what this meant. And when we see it in modern day times, we just did not see Tabitha as an Aunt Jemima.
Well, let me ask you a question. Like I say it all the time, and I want you guys to really understand that at the birth of Y2K natural hair movement, my question was always to them, what do you think the word black stood for in black hair care? I'm just curious. What did the word stand for in black hair care?
She sent a text with a photo of Christina. I'm about to look that up while we answering that question. Christina, I'm about to look that up. Check out Cream of Wheat in 1916. My heart. Oh, shoot, my heart is racing, y'all. This is just getting my nerves so bad. What did the word black stand for? Is that what you said?
Yeah, what you guys take a stab at it. What did the word black stand for in black hair care?
What did the word black stand for in black hair care? I would say black. I would say black.
Okay, so now that you have this push since 1999 to the year Y2K, right? That natural hair wants to be and bite off their cultural real estate and make their place in the world, in the industry, making it a really respectable industry. Well, that's what the word black in black hair care meant. It meant the people who ran it, owned the entire industrial complex, was black. What could be antithetical about that? What was so antithetical about that? As natural hair started in what? Black hair care. It started in black culture, black American culture. It started in black hair care. And then once you understand that Lisa Price and the Branch sisters, Diva Curl and Jane Carr, all of them who started from 1994, 5, 6, 7, and then all the way up into the Y2K, natural movement. And all the women, such as Joanne Cromwell, the founder of Sister Locks, and Sheila Hill and Pamela Farrell, and all these people who wanted to deregulate it so it can go back into the culture. And now we are in 2025. Upon white people saying, you know what, hey, no DI. Now you're panicking. Where is the pathology of your inheritance?
I don't think it's there. When you look at this ad, oh boy, I wasn't ready. Good Lord, Christina, made me want to cry. Good for nothing except to eat. Ooh, good Lord, and 8 nickels. That's a bad. And you said this was a real person.
Yes.
I would have thought that was a piece of art, but there he is. He is a real person. Thank you so much for taking us back to 1916. This is stuff we don't know. And
this is the exploitation.
Yeah, we don't see Tabitha Brown.
Yeah, the black, but for some reason, she's portraying herself as if she's the first person, second person, as if this is new. The shit just blows my mind.
Because I don't think she herself, I don't even think she knows this even exists. You know, I don't think she sees herself like this at all. I'm for certain. Now, would anybody in the chat, would you agree? Did you see Miss Tabitha? I honestly thought that Tabitha had her own stuff inside of Walmart. So let's show our next clip of where I thought that all of that stuff was hers and she just had it inside the Walmart store. So I think that was the other thing that was confusing. So here we go. We're going to go on to take 3. We got take 2, right? So here's take 3. Here we go. Take 3. The risk of removing your products from the store.
And our sales will drop. Our business will be hurt. And if any of you know business, it doesn't just happen overnight where you can just go take all your stuff and pull it off the shelves. There's a process. And then you got to, like, where you going to put it? You got to have a place to store it. That's money, right? You got to have another place to sell it, which is almost impossible sometimes. And even if you sell online, it's a process when it comes to business. And everyone does not have the funds or the means or the availability, the space to house their own products. If we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, you know, I can't buy nothing from there, what that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves.
Now that's when I got pissed the F off. Right. I'm sorry. I said she lying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, not sorry. Now I'm about to get ghetto. I'm not. I don't know. Now maybe with.
I want you guys to listen to what she said because you know I listen very well.
That is not true.
Well,
now I'm just not. I am not no Tabitha Brown. So I know what y'all gonna say. Ladosha, you ain't none. No, I am not. But I do have my books. I'm just speaking from plain good old business sense. And you just run a household. How many folks have 20 bags or 10 bags of rice and you only got 4 kids in the house? You just don't do inventory like that. Why would you have all of this stuff that nobody is buying? Number one. Number two, if it's really like, I have my books at Target, right? But you also have the option to fulfill the order yourself on all these platforms. Let y'all do it. I'm just saying. I know y'all don't believe it, but they will. Like, I ain't called Target. They called me. I'm just telling the truth according to proof. Now, no, I'm not a millionaire. I ain't even no thousandaire, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm a $50 heir. Okay, that's just starting someplace. Okay, but I don't buy that. I don't buy what she's saying. I mean, I just don't. And if you're in business, right, you're supposed to be making connections. I mean, what's her name? Cardi B said, we make bloody moves. I'm gonna make some friends just in case what LL say, 12 gauge on stage in case it don't go right. You gotta have a plan B. Because just in case they flip the script, you know what? It's like a bad relationship. You can have it. Deuces, I'm out of here. I'm not about to be begging you for all that. You can keep that, Tabitha, and I'll take my little 4 million followers and we out cheap.
That's not what she's saying.
What's she saying? I'm sorry. I messed up again. I'm sorry. I got a little emotional.
Right.
I just wasn't buying it. But what was she saying, Cheryl?
She was telling us that she doesn't give a shit if Target doesn't support DEI or not.
Right. Yeah.
She wants you to not care about that either. So just in case, like she knows, her people are one of the reasons why we're buying her sad ass shit in the first place is because of who she is. So that means that we do have an ethos of supporting our own. But she's now saying, don't pay attention to the actual company that is giving me this opportunity. Forget your principles about them. Just forget it. Just focus about, I want you guys to focus on me. Because you guys having principles is now going to hurt the people that they lied to, because they were only doing it because it was flavor of the month. They weren't doing it because the government, it was just the flavor of the month. It was just a sales tactic. Black Lives Matter was just fun. It was just fun. It was profitable. Black people will, they just now, that's one of the reasons why Y2K natural product movement is attached to what slogan? Support black owned
businesses.
Because that's connected to white money.
You mean the slogan support black owned businesses connected to white money?
You have to remember.
Hold on. Now, wait a minute. You moving too fast. How many people in the chat? Now, she getting buck wild up in this mug. Okay. How many people in the chat knew that support black owned business is a slogan owned by white people?
Right.
White folks. Okay. Now, I never understood that one, but I'm going to stay in my lane. Oh, Christina is all up in here. Mika, girl, you better come on now. Come on through now. Don't be scared now. How many people knew this?
You know who Christiana is. She's that wonderful, beautiful soul that is connected to Annie Malone in such a spiritual way.
All right, Christiana, we're going to get you. We're going to get with you. Okay.
Yeah, and let me explain why.
Okay, wait a minute. There's some people that said they knew. Now, I had a feeling because I was like, why all of a sudden are they saying? And you know what? I'm lying. I did know that they owned it because I ain't gonna say no names. I'm not gonna do it. I want to, but I'm not gonna do it. In the hair salon business, right? Mm-hmm. We would go to these little professional development classes with these companies, all right? And they would use the term BOBs, like, she's a Bob. And I'm like, what is a Bob? She's a Bob. Ladosha is not a Bob. I was a Bob, was a Bob, was a Bob, was a Bob. And, so I just wait. I was like, Ladosha. And I'm like, what's up, Shaniqua? And she like, you know what Bob is? I said, no, what? She said, black owned business. I said, the devil is a lie. They had an acronym for us, y'all. She right.
That's right. So I can prove it because you have to say that.
Now the chat said they know. Y'all some
right. So you had to say that because it was getting ready to be white owned. So if it's bankrolled by white money, Latino money, or Arab money, it'll make a difference. Asian money, right? That slogan is what enveloped and sealed the deal for the consumer dollar to be transferred.
Clutch the cheap pearls.
Because that's why it never came out of black hair care. Because the word black was there and black folks was there. Black hair care was the industrial complex built by black people. That's what the word black hair care. So black founder needed to become important because it was not encased in black hair care. It was encased in natural hair care. God forbid. So the black founder is what became very profitable no matter who backed it. That's why this era of companies have less equity and are less profitable than their parent predecessor class in generation. That's why they have less profitability, less valuation, and they haven't even made it out of legacy yet. I think the only other, like towards the end of the 20th century, Maybe Sister Locks is probably the only legacy brand coming out of that late 90s. All of them are defunct, or they're not that kind of mentality, because they only want her 4.4 million followers. These are influencer brand ambassador turned.
I just know. Now, first of all, I didn't even know that she was an influencer. I thought she made these hair care products,
She
but
started in food.
I didn't know this. You see what I'm saying? I'm with you, Selena. This is all this lady. I just feel like, I mean, if you follow her, you know her. Like I said, we're not even. I like her juju. I like the way she comes across like a home girl. I love the way, like, when she getting on her.
I personally like her.
Yeah. But I think that you should be forthright, because one of the things that happens when I am as an entrepreneur, like, people be wanting to know certain things, like, how did you make this happen? How did you get that? How did you get your book? How did you do your podcast? People be wanting to know how. And I know I didn't know I got this from Dr. Morrow, but I got this from Dr. Morrow. I'm going to tell it like a TI is. I'm not about to charge you to tell you what you need to know right there. You in the bind, So I felt like she should have just fessed up that she is the Aunt Jemima of Target stuff. They put her name.
Well, she gave you a code word. See, always listen to what people say. She is gaslighting us. She said, y'all don't know really what is going on, because this is business. Now, that's why she said it quite like that. Okay? That's a gaslight. Okay? In other words, she wants to make our lack of information and twist it as if we don't know that it's that goddamn easy to tell a son of a bitch to kiss your ass when they do something. Now, but I hear it. I already know what she's talking about. Okay? Because I know that the art of the deal. I know there's only a couple of relationships you can have now. There's not a couple of, either you're the manufacturer, y'all have watched HSN, y'all have watched QVC, you either already are in the business of making everything that you're selling to a retailer,
right?
Or your ass and came in their incubator, and they see that you are popular now, and since they are just wanting to attach their production, their art team, their marketing brand, their prowess, and they are what? You are a mascot, chick.
Hold on, let me show it. Let me show it. Here she is. She don't, and here's the thing. This is what you call getting hit upside the head with a book. Guilty. It's in my own book. And this is why it is so important that we surround ourselves with people who will not do the emperor's clothes. When I first met Cheryl, she ripped me two sides up down the middle. I'm talking about old to the beat, okay? And I was crying and I need therapy. Why they throwing like this? Just help me, Lord Jesus. And Cheryl was like, I not feel sorry for you. However, I commend you for reaching out. Because sometimes, you like Keith Sweat, right? Something just ain't right. Come on now. If you're in business. Now, if you're in love, you will put the rose-colored glasses on, and you will not see cream of wheat at Good for Nothing But Eating. But the onus is on us to follow that. What they say, your stomach is your first brain. That's your first brain. That intuitive nudge is called a gut react. You got that feeling? Remember that song? I got that feeling. All right, you got a feeling that something ain't right. You got to follow that. I knew that something wasn't right, because I could see what was happening when you see Black women who went from knowing good and daggone well ain't no amount of hairstyle in the world. Not
wait
no
a
pet
minute.
curl.
We ain't done. We ain't done. Put me on the big screen. Put me
Put you on the big screen. I mean, I just was like, this just
I want
wasn't
you to
right.
come
So
close.
I don't think this woman.
I want you to come real close.
All right, I don't think I don't think she knew. You know what I'm saying? You know.
No. She knew.
She knew. No, she ain't know. She know now.
Girl is a bright girl. What she thought was.
Listen up, Juju.
Now, come on, now come close, real close.
Come on, y'all, get close. Come on, Instagram. Come on.
Wait a minute. Okay, we ain't done. So if I had to say anything to her, I would just say, sis, I'm sorry, this is bad timing. But God damn it, because what you're doing is that you're appealing to Black women. That's what you're doing. And we already did fucking 92%. We already voted for Kamala. Now your ass, you got to go too. You just got to go. We did our part. We can't do no more.
That's what I'm saying.
We did.
That's what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying, guys.
Can't do anymore.
It was bothering me as an entrepreneur. There is no way I could sit in that salon and watch these women come in with buckets of hair care products from these fools out here. I mean, like, y'all know what I'm saying. I'm not knocking nobody's hustle because you got to make products. But the messaging and spend this type of money and not liking the hair, something was wrong. Like, wait, if you go to a hair salon, right, and you don't like your hairstyle,
So are you saying that you just knew that she was not manufactured?
I believe that she was until you told me today. What I thought she was doing was what I was doing. I have a book, and I got my products, it's like this bottle here. It's called a white label, which most companies are. This is not a big secret. This is America. Paul Mitchell make products for other companies. This is not a big secret, okay? They all do it. You have a few that don't, okay? And so you can put your name on it, right? And then when you want to sell it, you go to Amazon and you say, yo, I want to give me an Amazon store. The Amazon I'm just going to go ahead on and say, shit. They're going to take all your damn money. That's why I don't mess around with Amazon too much. Amazon going to take your money, but that's what the people are. You want people to have, and it makes you look real fancy. I'm just telling my truth. I'm not talking about nobody else, so y'all can get mad at me all y'all want to. I'm telling you the truth. Amazon going to take your money, okay? You can have your own little store. So I thought she had her own stuff.
Too. And we kind of cool off of Amazon too.
Right, we need to cool off of them, but my book's still on.
No doubt.
But I don't push it though. Right. I push it because, like she said, it's the image. It makes you look like, but y'all know Key Lolo gonna keep it 100. So I'm not, but if you want to put your stuff on there, I'm not telling nobody not to do it. Like I said, Target, they call all these retailers call you up and they're back because my books are through the company where they buy their stuff from. So you see it when they buy the stuff, you get the check from the company. That's why I was like, oh, well, she just selling her stuff through the store. I did not know that they were using her.
No. But you have to remember what people say, Keith Lola.
Because she kept saying it was hers.
Oh, no. Say in her little foolishness, little video.
That you have to get on that Learjet. I was like, I was loving her for that Learjet. I ain't go.
Now you have to remember, those is what you call perks. See, she ain't talking about she don't give a shit if you go in Target or not. And I'm gonna say this, natural hair movement produced followership. That followership created a demand. The demand created attention. The attention got the attention of white folks because they're scavengers. Okay. So they say, oh my God, she's the flavor. She's popular. Oh my God, let's give her this and let's give her that. And then you started having pop up of what we call incubators.
Hold on, Cheryl.
Hammer time.
Okay. Then they said, Well, all you have to do is at Will Front. They're the record company. White folks don't have plan Bs. They got plan As all day, okay? And they never veer from it. They rely on your ignorance, and here you guys go again. Here this dance go again. We're playing the record all over again. So at that point, since you had the 4 million point or the 3 million at that time and all of this, we will, at this point, we will give you our marketing team. We will give you this. You come up with any idea. Just come up with all kinds of things, because this is going to be a perfect partnership. Okay. And then what is going to, then we'll go and then boom. And we want you to be here. And can you do this appearance? And can you go to this red carpet? Can you do this? Because it's all about the brand. And the natural hair care has created the era of the founder prima donna. She's a prima donna.
What? Kilolo?
Okay, because let me just
say this.
Let me just say this. The reason why I know is because they tried to do it to me. The difference between when going and being and dealing with doing with corporations, the difference is it's my shit. So at the end of the day, I tell them what I want. You understand?
The devil had a detail.
Okay.
And they do.
So when I went on tour and everything, it's a whole different situation. But I know what she's addicted to. She's addicted to being a prima donna. They do send you, they fly you here, they fly you there, they pick you up.
Because let me tell y'all, it do feel good, okay? Because like I did some consulting work with Remington, right? And they was doing me like that, Frida, you in the chat, all my people in the chat, they'll tell y'all, they make you feel like you was just to the beat, for real. I mean, they like, Ladosha, Ladosha, and they give you them little checks and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they send the car. When they send that car for you back, come on now. I am not the only hairstylist in the chat who have had this experience.
But that's why we're stuck to the celebrity hairstylist, the celebrity because the companies give you a little perks, right? They send you business class. They'll fly you first class. They'll get and you get used to that. And then by the time she gets on, Kamala doesn't pull it off, and the Heritage Foundation, Project 2025, they can tell George Floyd can kiss our ass. That 15% pledge can kiss our ass. That DEI can kiss our ass, and all of that. And now she is saying, we are at the precipice of 1986 once again, where Irving Botner tells us like a T.I. says y'all are a bunch of goddamn lowlifes because he said Black people will lose 100% of their businesses within a decade. Why? Not because we'll take them, because you guys give your people shit and trash. Because Black people are the most sophisticated consumers on earth, and I'm afraid their brother won't do them any good. That's why Messy Jesse goes back, ends up going the apartheid back in South Africa. Then we end up boycotting Revlon in case, blah, 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 blah. This shit happened again. You saved Sally's ass, Sally Beauty Supply's ass. You always save them. And now...
Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Hold on. I know y'all think she lying, but y'all know we got to get some receipts up in here because that's what we do. What's up, Free Natalie at SBCglobal.net? I'm going to share the screen. And I remember that Irvin Botner because my mentor, Mr. Ivan Williams, told me this exact same story. And this is what I'm saying. When you're going to go into business, you have to understand that this is a part of what your responsibility is. You got to make, hold on. You got to make sure. Here we go. There it is right here, sure. Here we go. Whoop, there it is. All right. This was, shoot. They want me to pay for it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to take that again. Okay.
1980.
So that's the article of what she was talking about.
And you gonna put it on? What are you doing? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm just trying to see if they'll let me get it. But yeah, so this is what he was saying. You know what? Let me just go back to the Google.
It's Newsweek 1986. I think it's Reagan and Gorbachev was on it. But that is the article. And the only reason why I know, because I have several copies of it in the 400 years without a car.
Yeah, we gotta wake up and smell the coffee, y'all. And time to get hip out here, because these people not playing with us.
No, they not.
We gotta wake up and smell the coffee. So let me pull it up. I'm just gonna pull up the Google part because they're making me. Let me go present. Share screen. Okay, there it is. Sorry, my little internet. I got the little. All right, so here it is, Cheryl. For those who think you're lying, Irvin Botner said that African Americans are going to start producing products that are not as good. And here it is. The comments company, the cosmetic company, he said, wrongly assumed that Black women would choose lipstick over liberation. So that's what he was saying, that we're going to start making these crappy products. And that's exactly what happened, because I am not making, I'm not even going to apologize. And this is not an opinion. This is a fact. Half of those over-the-counter natural hair products are just crap. And we know it because look at the confusion that's happening in the natural hair business. Those people were together in a room today on Texture, what was that? TextureSomething.com. And these people are dedicated to trying to right the wrongs of what they could have missed or did wrong or whatever. Because they know, again, they knew, like me, something just ain't right. How can we have this much technology and all this social media and people still don't like their hair? This is going to eat at your soul. You cannot take and make money. I mean, I guess you could, but I mean, it's happening. He was right, but they outed him out of the, what was that? L'Oreal, was he a part of?
No,
they ousted him.
No, that was Revlon.
He got ousted. They ended up giving.
Right. Revlon made. Now, here's the thing. And the reason why I'm telling you that her conversation was peculiar, and I don't think that she really quite wanted to really give us her business arrangement. And I think that that's why she was so cryptic, and that's why there was a little gaslight in her conversation with us about the fact that what we don't know and this is business and blah, 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 blah. And the reason why I know that she is not going to be stuck with any inventory. Now, it depends on how the purchase order and how the deal went down. But I will say this. I remember a Bronner brother in about, it could have been 1991, but it was a Bronner Brothers show. And Mr. Morrow had brought a Black customer base into the Sally Beauty Supply Company. And now, however, Sally did not move their real estate into Black neighborhoods, but like Koreans did. But the Black professional started taking the subsequent dollar that they lost from the Korean push into the consumer markets inside of Black communities. Black hairstylists buffered it by buying the Willie Morrow signature line inside Sally. He brought because what built and saved Sally, okay, was the shock treatment, taking the curl out and going back into the relaxer.
So even your dad had an experience of what after his. Right. He said, listen, guys, don't do it because they got me like that. And I'm going to tell you that this trickle down effect is real because there's only one. I don't know if you guys are aware, but in Ohio, there's only one Black-owned professional distributor, and that is JT Bailey. And I know what she's saying is true. And I see we got Denise West. There's some old school hairstylists over on Instagram, and they can tell you this was a premier Black-owned professional distributor who only sold products and tools and education
we
to
only
licensed
Black distributors. It wasn't even a conversation.
Yeah.
It wasn't even. And, you know, the thing is, she didn't say, well, you know what, darlings, all the Black beauty supplies in the nation, I'm going to reship that to you, and we're going to get together and have a coalition. Whatever she could have done. But my point is,
because they're in the chat asking her.
I already know that all you have to do is get on the phone and say, okay, yeah, you guys got a policy that my demographic and my constituents ain't down with, and I'm gonna get ahead of this curve, and I'm not even gonna ask them the ungoddamn thinkable for all the shit we did in this goddamn country. I'm not asking Black women after they came out in 92%. They keep doing that. I'm not asking. What I'm going to do, you send me my shit. I will send me my shit home. Just like Mr. Morrow did with Sally. I don't give a shit. Now, let me just say this. She mentioned something that she says that made me very worried about her mental state. Was that she says, and then it will be hard to sell. She said that. And that is really troubling.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Because at the end of the day, if you're valuable to white folks, right, retail, because who the followers and all the shit that what you're saying is, dear, you don't want to give up that lifestyle. I know that's what you're saying.
But she doesn't have to. If she or maybe they're just cutting the check. Hold on. Let me give y'all another scenario. What's up? Can y'all do one thing? Hit that thumbs up button. We see y'all right now before we make this point. I hear you out here, Miss Sandra. Sandra said it's top. I mean, the building just keep building. So we need you guys to do this right here. Come on, help change the narrative about should we help Tabitha Brown save her brand? Here we go.
Pampa me on, pampa me on.
Y'all, so hit that thumbs up button.
Pampa me on, pampa me on.
Oh, Esther! We are gonna have us a studio one day, de facto producer. But yo, real talk though. This what I wanted to say about, you know, just having those right relationships with people. She can't be in a silos like that. I just can't. I mean,
she's not doing any work. She's only going to promote. She's going to make sure that she stays more popular. She stays relevant. That's her job.
Nikki says, I feel like we have to check each other. Let me give you a bomb drop, baby. Cheryl says it all the time, but you know, when you try to check, I don't know why people act like they cannot be checked. I'm in business. I am not in love. Check my Black actor back.
Right. Finish reading the second part.
I just had to drop the bomb for her. I really did. I feel like we have to. Did you hear what she said? We have to check each other and then allow each other to come back to apologize and make it right. That's what I did. When I rewrite that, that's not going to be in there. But I'm telling the truth according to proof. Again, everybody's situation is different. But that woman is not being forthright, and she is asking us to dip into our purses and take our money and give it to Target, who's going to give her a piece of the pie while they take all of it, knowing good and dang on well all she got to do is do what? Just go on and walk away.
Well, you have to remember, I don't know if her shit's there on consignment when it's not her shit to begin with.
That's why I said Tabitha, we're your cousins, Tabitha. We them cousins from the projects that you didn't forgot about, Tabitha. Because you know Nene and them is, man, I love my cousins be like, Ladosha is not no ma'am.
Well, I think that she doesn't. I think she knows. After this, if this boycott really goes down, because first of all, we still, like Miss Nikki said, we still have not gotten past the audacity of the ask.
Come on, she's saying
audacity of the ask. She's asking us to do something she knows historically.
I still don't think she knows historically. I don't think she knows.
Now, and let me just say this. I know she just doesn't. I think that she's gotten probably to the point. I know she's had some health issues too as well. She's not. She doesn't want to. She doesn't have probably the. She probably doesn't have the money to rebuild and actually do a company.
Take a step back. I ain't got no house built from the ground up, but I have no. And I'm not saying people who have their house built from the ground up.
I know, but she's living a lifestyle.
Got a cold brother house built from the ground.
I know, but she's living a lifestyle that it's a dream to her. It's a dream, and I know exactly what she's talking about. But that dream came. It's the end.
I ain't selling my soul to go, but this, if y'all want some receipts, like why y'all keep saying she don't own it, why y'all keep saying she does, why y'all keep saying, now this is out of her own mouth. So if it's a lie, she told it. So Nikki, I love what you're saying, Nikki. We probably cousins, we just don't know it yet. Okay, I know we are, but at the end of the day, before we wrap this up, here is we got receipts that that stuff is not hers. She is the face. She is the Aunt Jemima of Target's black stuff. Okay, now I'm not talking about all the other little small companies that they got those purchase order agreements from, because that is very real, and I am one of them. They buy 2 whole books from me. Just 2. They do. I sell 2 books online. Okay, just 2. So I know.
And it's so funny because I just did on demand. I do print on demand. My printer prints when they print.
Right. I'm with, in case you guys want to know, I'm with Ingram Sparks. Okay. So Ingram Sparks, again, they have that super duper big registry where everybody goes from all over the world to buy their books from, including Target and Walmart and a host of other places. So that's how I got into Target. I didn't do nothing. Okay. But just 2 little books probably, but maybe both times y'all get $40 from Target. Okay. All right. So here's how we know that she's not doing what Ladosha and all the rest of us out here in the struggle, okay? All right, this is what she said.
Donna inspired cutting board. Baby, get into it. Get into the Afro pick. Honey, look at that. Target. Only Target gonna let you do an Afro pick cutting board. Do y'all see this? Y'all, I'm so excited. When I had this like in my mind and I pitched it in our meeting and I was like, I would like to, because all of the things in this collection, remember I told you the pots and pans, different things have like little Afro picks and stuff. It's a nod to my natural hair, my big Afro. And when I said I wanted to create a cutting board shaped like an Afro pick, they were like, okay, show us how does that look? And this was it. And they loved it. And they said yes. So listen, when y'all go and support me at Target.
That's how we know she lying. She's the Aunt Jemima out of her own mouth. But on that video, that's not what she's saying. Hear what she's saying. Take 2. The Target DEI announcement featuring Tabitha Brown.
Y'all all right? I know. It has been a tough week.
The Drake game. Anybody from the hood ever dated a dope boy? What they call that? The Drake game. She draping us. If y'all take y'all bus to Target, shame on y'all. Hey,
let me just say this.
I take that back. Y'all do what y'all want to do, because who am I? Shit.
Well, I parted ways with Target 2 years ago because I just don't like their politics in terms of, I just don't like the way they do their financial business and how they're billing. It was just, and I just didn't like the type of customer service. I didn't like it. I didn't prefer it, but
I just think that some of this, good Lord, Instagram. What's up, Auntie Hair Coach? Joanne, where you been? I ain't seen you since 1977. Hair and Stuff 216. Booyah. I'm Brooks 83. I love 3 McGuy. What's happening? What's happening? All the wonderful people over on Instagram. It's order another round.
Well, here's right. Well, Madam Walker was more of, she did make it, but it's kind of hard to get in there as a manufacturer so much because so much happened after 1919, after she was gone.
Well, they said that concoction was pretty much, it was like a, like Vaseline,
Yeah. And so it was based on recipe.
Right, but they don't, this is why we are having this discourse. Yeah. And I feel like if anybody in here is just sitting here looking at y'all screen like, these ninjas done lost their mind, I know how y'all feel because my money was attached to the lie. Mm-hmm. But like Nikki said, okay, my money was attached to the lie. I knew something just wasn't right. I didn't know that how I didn't know, but I just knew because I could feel it in my gut. Mm-hmm. But we got to check each other, y'all. And it's not. She just said, Nikki, Nikki, you just going to be the virtual. You and Sandra got this. You and we got another one, okay? And like she said, I can admit it's hard. And it was hard. Mm-hmm. I didn't even really want to cry in front of Cheryl, but I was just so embarrassed and enraged because in my own cockiness. Because when you get hit upside your head with that book, you get that degree and you to sign that lease and, you paying your taxes and you doing everything that you think you're doing is right. You got 2 little people working next to you called an entrepreneur. And all. You really, really, you get this kind of, mm-hmm. And then you talking about you going to tell me that ain't true. You're going to tell me the fists don't belong to Black people. And you're going to tell me, the whole, you're giving your wealth away and we don't need to be on that. Oh, I was hurt because my wealth, my ego was attached to that, but it was bad business.
And also, if she really understands that if corporations really valued people, then they would value the fact that Tabitha's clientele, her customers, her followers, her believers, her supporters matter. But once again, not just Black America, but the poor working class, women and children understand power. They're choosing to just not fund it. And the corporations saying, oh, we don't have to do it. They have forgot about the value and the profitability. They don't care. So that must mean that the total overall meaning of white America not funding people of color, women, and children is not that important. What is more important is the fact that they don't have to take their corporate dollars anymore and they can get away and skin some of the fat and get rid of these DII people. They don't care about all of what they built since 2020. They don't care about the 5 years ago. They don't care. And the audacity of her wanting to choose a few for the whole is the most arrogant thing I've ever I have seen a black woman ever ask black women to do.
Mm-hmm.
The majority, I would say over 70%.
Because the truth be,
just let me finish. Of her clientele are women, maybe, and that's giving it low. You know what I mean? Go ahead, sir.
No, because what I was gonna say, and I got you in mind, I had to put that up there. And let me just say this too. Now we kind of scooting on something, and I know what you're about to say, Nikki. So I'm gonna go because I know what Nikki is thinking. I don't know Nikki, but Nikki, tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? Because if your product is as good as you say it is, trust me when I tell you, the people who want what's for you is for you. You ain't gotta DEI. You don't have to use for hers. You ain't got to do that.
You ain't got to use for hers.
If you good like you say if you got that good, you got that product that people really want. I don't care if it's French fries, dope, chicken wings, clothes, glasses. I don't care what it is.
It don't matter. We gonna go get it. We gonna go get it.
Hey, I own a hair salon. When the customers, they say these salon owners, oh, I am not going to be training these people. Right. And then they walk out with my skills and open up another salon down the street. They're going to sign a no compete clause because they're taking my skills, baby. Let me tell you something right now when I tell them to speak the truth to power. Them customers are going to find them anyway because they that good. They're going to get what they want. I done left the salon that told me with a non-compete. I say, see you in court, Booski. I see you when I get there. And you'll be cautious, ready.
Oh, we should know that love.
Come on, baby.
But there's no one else. No
one else. They gonna come for you. That's how you know that this whole stuff about all those other black brands that's in those stores, this book is not just sold in RDT Hair Salon. I have friends that own hair salons in Arizona, and Tampa, and Gambia. I will send 2 books at a time, baby. If the book is that, and people, I've got bad reviews.
And let me just say this: you guys,
it ain't like everything is peaches and cream. Now people go look at the reviews on RDT. We got some 5-star, but we got some negative ones too. That ain't the point. It's what Nikki is saying in the chat.
Do y'all remember the story called Cadillac Records?
I didn't see that.
You didn't see it, but most people, when you go back and see it, because there's several little cute moments where black folks that is straight out of blackness. So there's when Howlin' Wolf is talking to Muddy Waters, and Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf parked his truck, and Muddy Waters drives up in his Cadillac. And Muddy Waters say, "Hey man, you got some hit records, man. You got to start looking the part, and you got to start doing what you got to do. You know, you got to look a little slick." And so Howlin' Wolf looked at him. He said, "Yeah, but what happens when they take it?" He said, "That's fine. That's okay. I'll stick with my truck because it's my truck. It's my truck." And he left Muddy standing right there. And my point is that to hear about Carol's daughter, to hear about the defunct brands and brands that are in trouble, like, you know, and to how, and I know they're basically trying to follow the success story of a Fenty. And that only happens, and you guys don't really understand that Fenty and I think she held substantial equity. Plus, it came out of the Sephora incubator. Plus, and funded by LV, Moet, and Hennessy, right?
Right.
But that's just a rare occurrence. And in that, at the end of the day, you are just a social media darling. And it just breaks my heart because it's
a false.
Their heart is broken. She's scared right now. And the problem is that she's making us choose.
And people are doing it. It's kind of like I think you all have seen the meme where the guy is cussing out the reverend because the mother gave all this money to the church, and the reverend says, "I'm not going to preach at her funeral." And he said, "Oh no, no, no! Oh no, you're gonna preach us? I'm gonna kill you." You know.
And let me just say this thing, and what you guys really didn't know, right? Do you guys realize how the irony of Cadillac records and actual Cadillacs?
That's what she said.
No, Black people saved Cadillac.
Right. On top of this statement here.
Right. But at the end of the day, I think Imani's point is that we had a financial and economic stake in Cadillac. Mm-hmm. I know that that's not what the story they told. But Cadillac is extremely economically prosperous. There was a lot of Black people that had a lot of Cadillac dealerships. Black America made a lot of money, but that was not really the point I was trying to make. But I do get your point, Imani. But
yeah, don't sell your soul to go gold. You know,
mm-hmm.
L had a rhyme. It's the song is called "The Breakthrough," right?
Right.
And he
Black
said,
people used to give white boys $300 when white people couldn't even eat in the Great Depression in the early 30s, late 20s and 30s. They were going through a Great Depression. Black people were thriving, and we were buying Cadillacs, and that's how Black people saved Cadillac. And it's just a remarkable on how our lack of just understanding who we are on a consistent basis, we get caught up in codified things, historical things.
Mm-hmm. And you guys, everybody who's watching, you got the power, you have the juice. Not only to make a choice with your dollars, but to tell this to your children and your grandchildren. And some of you probably even have great grandchildren. Some of you probably are mentors. You have students that you kind of go and buy some Wendy's with, whatever. Take a moment out, because like I said, I know my mom and dad, they would say things to us about not teasing about Aunt Jemima and buckwheat and, all that type of stuff. But it was a little bit deeper, and we just kind of, poo-pooed it. But as you can see, it, in the long run, because that's what happens with thinking, it's delayed, right? It doesn't the lesson doesn't show up until later, because now I'm infusing that ignorance into my business making. We could not depend on a university to teach me. A cosmetology school would not teach me about Dr. Willie Morrow. There's no reason why they can't. They teach you about Robert Chromians. They teach you about Nick Camiglia. They teach you about all they people. Mm-hmm. All these white schools that own all of these barber, they're not putting, there's no reason why, and I'm not saying they would not do it, but they're not doing it. And then we have a person like Tabitha who maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't know. I hope someone will send this to her and she will walk away empowered, knowing her history, that she doesn't have to do that. She has value.
Greater women than her have faced this. She's not. See, this is the wonderful thing that I want you guys to understand about the mindset of individual achievement versus collective achievement. Collective achievement allows you to have the umbrella of the full wings of protection and strategy and trials and and the wisdom and knowledge of what it is that you're pursuing, because so many have pursued it before you. And the wave that I'm riding on is not the wave that I created. The wave that I'm riding on was created before I was born. And I don't have to think of something to do. All I have to do is be my best intrapreneur and just make whatever my grandparents and my father and mother created, and I just need to make it better. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to compete with them and say, well, I want to do my own thing. The damn that. Tabitha, you are a lineage of great beauty entrepreneurs.
Yes, you are, Tabitha.
More egregious, draconian, vicious opponents than Target. You must trust your people at this point.
Yeah, trust the process. Oh, ye of little faith. Leap, Tabitha, and the net will appear. I just, how they said, I just want to testify, okay? It's going to be all right, Tabitha. You are more.
All did it. A whole bunch of women and other entrepreneurs. Olive Benson used to have her shit in Target. She used to have her shit in Kmart. They weren't acting right. She get ready, shit, take my shit out. I'm not down. Whatever you doing, you are not going to get me out of my black card. Ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And
as a business owner, I've had it happen. Landlords like, oh, we see you making all this money. We want you to do this. And we want you to change your salons into lofts. Bye. And who saved me? Stefano. That's why you got to have friends. Yeah. That man walking to that salon, he had a curling iron. He said, as long as I got a building, you got a place to work. That's why I pay homage to him every chance I get. You do not make enemies because you never know. You never know. And there's a lot of other salons that would say, Ladosha, when the water fell through, the salon down the street on Lee Road said, come on down here and y'all work with us. There's people in the chat who could testify. She does not have to do that. Now, you may lose the Learjet. Girl, go on and fly first class, or better yet, just fly late at night like I do when there's less people in there.
Or even if yes, a coach.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, your ears pop the same. Then Cardi B say that. Your ears pop the same, whether you're on a Learjet in first class. Cardi B said your ears pop the same. Everybody on the Breakfast Club was cracking up. But this is why we are very proud to be a part of the Beauty and Barber Collective, because they have reached out to the Reverence Design team to host the Industry Fête du Jour, where we could just come and chill. Customers like mine, y'all come and chill with us so that we could just kind of woosah, reprieve, and hug and love on each other, because these folks gonna have us thinking we crazy out here. Amani Capri said, yes, we have the power. The people have the power to the people. Check this out.
That's it.
There it is.
Techno.
There it is. All right. So we're having the Industry Fête du Jour, Salon and Tools. It's just set. The last Sunday of every month. We don't care if 5 people show up. We're going to give y'all some nice Kool-Aid, some nice healthy snacks. We're going to feature a salon tool this month. We're going to be featuring the H2 Pro Flat Irons and the Rev Air, and talk a little bit technology, some music, and let's just chill. Let's chill and remind ourselves of what Imani has in the chat. We have the power. We don't always have to sell y'all something. It's not about a class or a CEU or buy this or whatever. It's not networking. Just come just chill. Let's just be amongst like minds. So when something like this happen, we could be here for each other. Because Tabitha don't know. It's enough salon. She could back all that shit up and we sell it to her. I wouldn't take a penny from her. Put the QR code. I don't need the taxes. No kind of way.
I think she would probably.
Tabitha, you need some help, boo. We got your back. We got a lot of stores. I got a big old garage. I got some cousins with some garages. I ain't got no mice or rats or nothing back there. Come on back, this stuff. You probably got some stuff need to be distributed and over on this side of the planet. So you got some space over here, baby, if it means that much to you. Nikki, there are no words I could say to thank you guys. Thank all of you guys So very, very much. Everybody in the chat, we are going to be back. We won't be here Thursday, but we will be back here on Monday. It begins Black History Month. And we always hear Cheryl drop these names of these people. So this month, we're going to feature all of those people that Cheryl talks about. We're going to highlight them, learn some more so that we can prevent some of this stuff from happening. And you guys can know. And if you know some people that we need to know about in your community, because we went to what was that, Houston, and we learned about Mr. Choose. Never knew he's one of Houston's finest. He has a whole legacy across that state of Texas and in that city that I didn't even know. So if you have some Black people or in your community, in your state, then please share that with us. Lavina said, go get my drink. Don't worry, baby. I'm going to get that drink. Okay. Lavina made me that turmeric stuff. Yes. All right, sure. I think we did a good job.
Absolutely.
Christiana, we heard we got something coming up with you. You are the one that's amazing.
They're amazing too, Christiana.
We appreciate you guys. LB, Instagram. I mean, for real, this was probably like the most lit chat that we've had, which we kind of had a feeling. Imani, I dedicate this show to you because it was your comment in the chat that got me really fired up. And this is what happens when we are inspired, like Nikki was saying. This is exactly what happens. Yeah, we don't have to do this alone, guys. We I keep telling y'all, CMB. We all we got. All right, y'all. Sure, any last words? CMB. Cash Money Brothers.
I know. This is the next 4 years. We're just gonna have to trust each other. And I will say this, and I'm gonna say this to my dear friend, my sister. Thank you for walking this journey with me. I wouldn't want it any other way. But I have to say that, we have an industry that is enough money for all of us to live very well. And the Black hand, the Black mind, and I'm not just talking about race. What I'm talking about is in color. When I'm talking about people who have a depth of a capacity for truth and justice. Most people don't have a capacity for it, but those who do, and my sisters, I know Tabitha is asking us to do something that is probably so beneath her to even ask us to do. But what we're going to do, we can compromise. We're not going in stores that do not support and have policies and support policies that make our life harder. But what we can do, you can come back home because we have had Black beauty supplies in Black salons who could definitely create, and maybe it's time to have that talk.
Yes, Kilo Brown over on Instagram. Auntie Hair Coach says we can't keep losing recipes. She's so glad we dropped into her life. But Kilo Brown, I'm going to give you the last word. Sacrifice y'all for a short time. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do it. We got your back, Tabitha. It may not look like we do, but we got your back, babe. Everybody in the chat, we love you guys so much. This was not a very easy discussion. Took a lot of heart, wrenching and toughness, but this is what it's all about. And Selena AG, God got us, and he got you a free hairstyle, all right? So we gonna be all right. All right, you guys have a wonderful night. Cheryl, there are no words to express how much I love you, and thank you for guiding us to help us understand this in a very humanistic way. It's not about race and all of that. We all we got, for real, not even trying to be funny. We all we got. So we'll see you guys back here on Monday, and we'll begin a wonderful journey of Black history. And if anybody knows Tabitha, you make sure you let her know that if don't nobody got her back, don't nobody know, Cheryl and Ladosha and everybody here on the chat, we got you. But what we not going to do is we're not going to Target. It's not gonna happen. No, ma'am. All right, Cheryl. That's it. All right, Kilo Brown. You took us out good. Sacrifice. Deuces. Cheryl, you ready for the chit chat tonight?
I'm ready.
Bam, bam, bam. He or she said, cancel this damn show. They hate it. What? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Make black hair great again.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Now,
We're coming, get our check.
Cheryl, Morrow, the one, the only, the hair oracle.
That was, I think it was Red Dot, and then we also had a cosmetology school instructor in the chat, Miss Denise West, Michelle Allen, Miss Foster. Dang, I missed her. Dang! It's always nice to see Miss Foster in the chat. Michelle Allen, you know how much we love you too.
What?
Pampa me up.
About a whole lot of peace. Cheryl, you order that in a bag of chips.